What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Burnout Bobby YouTube channel. Today's video, as you saw in the title, the Nardo bike is back. First off, I just want to say thank you for all the new people that came to the channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button below. Catch all the new content I have coming out. There will be a bunch of new bikes in the channel, so be ready for that. I also just want to say real quick, the support I got from the last video was very big. Thank you guys a lot for that, showing that you're still going to stick with me as I make these changes through the channel. So greatly appreciate it. I really do. I know y'all are eager to see this. So Nardo bike is back. The paint was out for about 7 weeks, 6-7 weeks. The seat was out for a while. The wheels were about 3 weeks. So there was it was a big waiting game. Which is understandable. People are busy. It's just supplies are hard to get. I was patient. I was in no rush to get this build finished. So behind me is Nardo V2. It's not complete yet. It's probably about 70% complete. I've wired up the bike. It's a rolling chassis now. The exhaust was just done by Bert. This bike is going to be so clean, the cleanest bike I've ever done, which I'm very excited about. And that was the goal of this whole bike. This whole bike is to show what I can do work-wise with these scooters. Unfortunately, it's my last build, so might as well try to go out with a little bit of a bang and not blow it up. Not that kind of bang. In this is a Title 171cc with a 58.5 head to give it some good compression. A12 cam, Oko carb, bunch of little goodies here and there. The harness is ATR harness that I took and I just trimmed it down. A lot of people don't like the ATR and stuff like that. It's strictly a bolt-on harness. I've done it numerous times in my videos. A lot of y'all go too far with it and overthink things. So honestly, it's a super easy harness for the price that it is. You can't beat it, and I'll show you what you can do, the capabilities of it, for a third of the price, even a quarter of the price of other harnesses that are out there. I know y'all want me to stop talking, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you the bike. So, like the old bike, or my old Nardo build there that I did the brushed aluminum wheels, so it has that really like satin finish to it. Super mesh wheels from TRS. Did the black hub. Did the TRS Works Edition plug, so it's not a dipstick. When you have the GY6 motor in the Ruckus, the pitch of the motor doesn't read well on the dipstick as it is, so as long as you're aware of where your oil's at and you're not burning oil, you're fine. Like, I change my oil every 600 miles. I call it cheap maintenance. You're literally buying a liter of oil and just flushing it. So me paying $11 every 600 miles to keep the motor good and know where I'm at is not bad at all. Did the black NZY turbo fan with the black TRS fan cover. This is the 2022 Yoshimura Grom slip-on muffler. It's the RS9T. It's a carbon and almost like a graphite muffler. I had Bert fab me up a header for it because this is made for the Grom, not for the GY. Did an O2 bung in there. I haven't decided if I'm going to Cerakote it black or try to Cerakote it something along this titanium color again. Cool part about this, just going with the whole theme, on the muffler, small bore life. Sick. Now, they do offer this exhaust in a slip-on option, so you can get it for the Grom as a slip-on. That's what I bought. I didn't buy the full system to waste any pipe, so I bought the TRS header that we sell individually on the site. Bought that, then bought this on our website as a slip-on
which is not cheap. I'm going to warn you in advance. This is a super expensive muffler. And then had Bert just cut, and then he had to make a little weld section. And then I was and then also make an exhaust hanger for it, which you can see there. So the exhaust is different from the old one. We did the carbon rear frame cap. I want to have carbon throughout this whole bike, so that's the plan. Cheeky went ahead and put my logo, my signature on here. Did the Alcantara suede, Nardo stitching, double diamond with some padding. Beautiful. That's the bob and shaved frame that we did. Had all of this filled in, where all the factory welds are filled in. All of this is smoothed out, super clean. Same thing here. Usually there's all the welds and all that. It's all been ground down and then smoothed in to clean it up. The stretch is the 14-inch stretch that I told y'all about. Now, as you can see, you only see 2 wires there. That is just because the rest of it is just for the direct ignition. I got to wire up, which I'll do today in the video. The rest of the harness is actually wired behind the 14-inch stretch bar, but you do not see it because I have it tied off on the back side. Usually I'd have the ties going over the bar, but I'm trying something new this time, and now you don't see any ties on the bar at all, and the harness is ran with it. The stator wires, which usually come out right here, are ran internally in the fan shroud, and then underneath come out and then clip back to here. Same thing with the starter wire. It just looks like a little cap right there, but that is the starter wire going back and down. I had, for the fan cover here, I deleted the factory little scoop that comes off it. 3D printed the dollar sign right there. TRS starter cover motor. Now the spacers here, I'm not sure if y'all could see. Let me zoom in. These spacers are actually done in brushed aluminum as well to match the wheel. So it wasn't like I just got lazy and didn't powder coat them. I have some accents that incorporate the brushed aluminum throughout the bike. That was the plan. Before we get to the other side, we'll just keep going over here. I have carbon fiber tank cover. I have 2 different ones. I'm still just debating on which one to go with. I kind of like how this one looks here, so I may keep that. I have the TRS clip-on bars. Powder coated those gloss black. Adeline front end kit from the workshop as well with the super mesh wheels, which are now back in stock. I may lower the front forks still by taking the springs out and cutting them down. I have to see what the final placement is on the bike. As far as the wiring goes, like I said, here's the ATR harness. I have just the 2 for the positive terminal right there, 1 for the negative. The rest of the harness is all clean over here. Got your horn relocated. Ran the wires back. Same thing with the ignition. This is the front part of the harness because I'm running it, because I'm doing a full wire tuck. The harness just comes out right here, goes through. I loomed it all up. I did the TRS, the new printed starter cover, so instead of having all that electrical tape over the cover, makes it a lot cleaner. Flash relay there, comes over. Got my clear LED relay there. The side, like that. This is probably the cleanest harness I've ever done. I mean, the blinkers are all going to just wire right here once I put the battery box on. This one wire you see right here is from my headlight, so once I put the LED bar on, that will go to that. But look at this harness, like, so you didn't see anything in the back of the bike, right? That's all you get in the front. Super clean. This is an ATR harness. I mean, nothing. I'm gonna cut the video real quick, take this gas tank cover off, and show you the rest. Alright, we're back. So the wires, I haven't tied them off or anything, but these are the wires here going down. I still have to run the throttle cable. So that it just goes down through the frame well, which I have the paint matched cover from the Ruckus shop. It'll go down underneath. What I did is I cut the harness in half, created a plug so the whole harness can completely unplug. It's like a 12-pin plug right here, and then this is just your ground wire. I ran the wires like this underneath there, which, as you saw, the gas tank was on there, everything cleared. I measured to make sure it was all good. Drilled a hole here, put a nice rubber gusset in. Ran the wires through here, up through the frame. Comes out of this hole right here. I still have to tidy up this ground right here. Comes over, and that's like what you saw going across the frame. I ran the grounds together to the valve cover here, and then underneath here, those wires are for the taillight, which I'm trying to figure out right now to go with the seat. So harness is done, super clean. Like I said, it's probably one of my best ones yet. But that's Nardo. So as you can see, there is a lot of changes from the last one and this one. The color may be the same, seat style may be the same, but I also have more pieces that were matched to it. So like different tank cover, different exhaust, different wiring job, different mount. A lot of things changed throughout it that I've learned over time. Here's another piece that I'm debating on going with. I have the little side skirts there I ordered from Japan. So I had those paint matched. I got one on the other side as well. So if I do this, I'll probably go with either a rear set and then just notch this out a little bit for the pegs there. But it's clean, gives it a nice little look. I've always liked it with it. I will, like I said, once I get everything how I like it with the shock and whatnot, I am going to probably lower it a little bit more. And then I'll decide on the tank cover I want to do. I do have paint matched side skirts to cover the carbon right there. I do have another piece that goes right here that comes under. That's a frame splitter as well. That's painted already. So I have a lot of options because I've been very picky with this build on what I'm gonna do. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna want to run it this way one time or if I don't like how it looks. So I was like, let me just get it all painted, all done at once, and then go from there. But today's video, we're going to be putting on the clocking flange, the carburetor, all that good stuff, the direct ignition as well, and working on that back half of the bike. So real quick, I'm gonna set this up for a time lapse when I'm doing this work because it is probably 7 o'clock in the morning. It's the only time that you can film in Florida right now because it's so hot without getting AC in the garage, which I'm working on. So I'm already sweating. It's been terrible this summer. I'm gonna turn the fan on, which if I was just regularly talking, it wouldn't work out. Turn the fan on, get the wrenching in here, and then afterwards, of course, I'll show you the breakdown. Alright, so I ran into a little bit of a problem. I'll show you guys right here. So when I originally did the fitment test on this, everything fit up good. I then had, which is my fault, I then had Bert shave the intake manifold down lower so I'd have a little bit more clearance. I went a little too hard with it, so now with the Oko carb, the flowable hits the valve cover. So I need about quarter inch to a half inch more for this to be where I need it to. So I'm gonna have to buy another NCY manifold and then not take it down as far. Again, which is fine. That was completely my thing. I told him to send it. We need the clearance, but I also didn't think about how much room I would have with the valve cover in the bowl. So that's gonna be postponed for right now until I can get that fixed on Monday. We'll go ahead and get to the direct ignition next. So there you have it. The direct ignition coil is installed. Line's right underneath here. I just shrink wrapped it, ran it under. Hope you guys are liking the videos. The Nardo, like I said, I put something together. Sometimes I don't want to record certain things, and it's not because I just don't want to do it. You get so in the zone that, like, I'm sure you guys know when you're doing something. The YouTube thing with recording, you have to get different angles, different things. You're always stopping to re-say things, or, you know, if you mess up speaking or something doesn't go the way it's supposed to, I don't know. So it takes up actually a lot of time. It makes everything almost twice as long as it should when you're recording for this stuff. And when I was getting to the wiring, it was so hot in here, I was just sweating. I just wanted to get to it. So I apologize for that. This is where we're at with Nardo. Hope you guys like this. I hope you like the build. Let me know what you think about the build below. I think it's coming along pretty well. So the next video, we'll be running a throttle cable, fixing the manifold here. Sorry about that, that's my own fault. And then starting to decide what I want to do aesthetically. I'm gonna put a bunch of parts on. You guys let me know what you think the best combo is in the next video, and then I'll rock it like that. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you have not, please check out my Amazon store. The link is below. And I'm also a Facebook affiliate. So now my reels and stuff on the Burnout Bobby Facebook page, every time that you click on a reel or watch a reel, I get a little income back. It's very, very little. It's like a couple pennies, but everything counts because I'm putting it back to make this channel better, especially with the changes I'm making. So if you haven't followed me on Facebook, go ahead and follow Burnout Bobby on Facebook, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.